Hi lovely people, welcome back to Fond Memories. Let me introduce myself to those who are new to my channel. I am Vandana Chauhan, currently a second phase MBBS student, and those who don't know, MBBS consists of 4 phases. And I am at the end of my second phase, and I've realized that my final exams are in less than 2 months. For that, I need to gear up my study speed. And that's why I'm starting with a new series of Study With Me in which I will share with you how I'm preparing for my final MBA exams. So let's begin without any further ado. So I'm starting pharmacology first, and this I will be continuing for next 2 days. I begin with revising autonomic nervous system as it is the base for other systemic pharmacological drugs, and since I last revised this topic almost 6 months back, this becomes another reason for revising it first. I learnt about cholinergic drugs which are also used in the treatment of myasthenia gravis. Amitabh Bachchan was also diagnosed with it. After learning about cholinergic drugs, I had my not so satisfying breakfast. Now it's time to revise anticholinergic drugs. As you can see that I am reading my notes which I made while watching the video lectures. I primarily prefer to read my notes for revision purpose. In case of any confusion, I refer to my book. By the way, I am currently reading K.D. Tripathi.
2 hours later.
After taking a 2-hour long break, I am beginning with adrenergic drugs. I learnt about drugs like adrenaline, noradrenaline, isoprenaline, which are used in the treatment of anaphylaxis, shock, bradycardia, etc. Following that, I read about alpha and beta blockers, and with this, I finished the ANS pharmacology. After that, I sat down for yoga. Nowadays, I'm doing it every day in the morning, but since I got up late this morning, I am doing it now. It feels quite refreshing. It also relaxes my eyes and removes all the stress and worry. I will be revising these now it's time to sit again and begin with a new topic. I started with antimicrobial drugs. So I have completed penicillins in half an hour. Now I will do cephalosporins. Actually, I injured my knee 2 days back and it was hurting in the morning, and that's why I was just sitting on one place and studying. As it felt a little better, I thought of walking in my room only. First generation cefproxil, cefazolin, and cefloridine. Second generation oral cefoxymaxetil, cefaclor, parenteral, cefotitan, cefoxitin, cefometazole, cefmendazole. I think out of all types of antibiotic groups, cephalosporins are the most confusing. Anyways, after revising cephalosporins, I thought of completing fluoroquinolones as well, but I was already tired. That's why I cleaned up my bed and slept. In all other things, I forgot to tell you my target for these 2 days. Actually, it was to complete these 2 units of pharma, that is ANS and antimicrobial drugs. I already completed ANS previous day and 2 groups of antimicrobials as well. So in the morning, I finished smaller groups like sulfonamides and fluoroquinolones. After that, I did yoga, had my breakfast, completed the movie that I started yesterday, and sat again to solve some NEET PG previous year questions on ANS pharmacology. Out of 40 questions, I did some 9 questions wrong. I reviewed all those wrong questions side by side.
One hour later.
मैंने 1 घंटे मम्मी से फ़ोन पे बात की, देखो कान लाल हो गया। was the time to reappear the questions that I did wrong in the morning. I revisited the topics that I made mistakes in, jotted down the new facts that I got to learn from these questions. Apart from that, while reading my notes also, I marked some drugs to read again from the book, like ipratropium, to know why it is more effective in COPD than bronchial asthma. So the reason is that COPD occurs due to constriction of respiratory pathway under the influence of parasympathetic stimulation. So to reverse that, we need parasympathetic drugs like ipratropium. Finally, I solved some questions on antimicrobial drugs. Okay, so that was all about the study session.